Why 0? Don't I need 15.46. Why 0? Is something else outputting aromatics? No. What? I need 15 9.26. What? I don't... Something is going on here. Something funky. Yeah, I wanted that from condensed. There we go. Now it's showing me it. Like, excuse me. Order is not supposed to matter when Matrix Solver is on, Hellmod. Order is not supposed to matter at all, yet apparently it does. So I think I have broken this down fully. I think I have fully broken this down. So now I need to make some notes as to what this train station is going to look like for graphene. So I need phosphoric acid. That's the fluid. I need to bring in copper plates. I need sulfuric acid fluid. I'll be making the etching solution locally. I'll be doing the dimethyl dichlorosilane locally, as well as the hydrogen chloride locally. That means I'll need lamps and chlorine. I'll need to put in a thing for the hydrogen as well. The methane. The methane... I really don't actually like the methane from Moondrop. I'll be completely honest, I don't like Moondrop methane in the long term. When I have access to this beautiful recipe right here called natural gas and tin chromium alloy into methane, I think that one is much more viable at scale compared to Moondrop at this phase of the game. I'm sure that once I get into the even faster Mark IV buildings, as well as once the breeding program is in for the increased mark levels of the Moondrop themselves, that it will be a lot better in terms of space. But this one, for the moment, I think will be the ultimate winner here. So I was working my way down. I need nickel. I need G4 copper. I need borax, lard, chromium, tin chromium alloy, coal, the biofilm. Oh god, that's the other thing. That makes this so bad. The basic substrate will also be cellulose. Oh god, so much raw fiber for this. Oh my god. Oh boy. Moss is local. I need to make biomass anyway, so biomass out of crude. That'll give me all the biomass I need. So I need petri dishes. Petri dishes, ultimately, for the basic substrate. Raw fiber, sodium hydroxide. I think this is going to be the biggest train station I have ever made. and I said that for the zinc build. I have lamps listed already, as well as the chlorine. Titanium tetrachloride needs to be tacked onto that list. Crude oil fluid, if not local. If not local. I have the tin chromium already. Natural gas. Fluid, if not local. I'll keep those separate from the main part of this list. That's it. That's it. Coke for lime. Oh, and it's gonna offset as well because of the carbon dioxide, even though I don't make use of that ever. So Coke. Oh God. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. 17 required inputs and 1 potential, 2 potential optionals. So we got phosphoric acid, copper plates, and let me know if I'm missing anything, by the way. Phosphoric acid, copper plates, sulfuric acid, lamps, and chlorine. That's down here, lamps and chlorine for the HCl. Nickel plate, G4 copper, borax for the boric acid, lard, chromium, tin chromium alloy, coal, petri dishes, raw fiber, sodium hydroxide, titanium tetrachloride, coke, crude oil. Immortal has returned. What has Immortal missed? I am going to be building a factory to produce graphene, and that is what I've been planning. What you have missed is I now have a Dingrido. I now have a Dingrido. It, yeah. This thing can't turn for shit. Chlorine will come from this build, from salt. Chlorine will come from salt. So, yeah. I built this between last time and this time off screen. Because I knew I was going to need more chlorine. So yeah, new vehicle, which has over double the space for stuff. Yeah, about these iPods. So the other thing you missed, Immortal, is yeah, I crashed the game. I crashed the game, Immortal. That's a thing that I did. Yeah, so of course, the new mechanic that I haven't done anything with yet, involving the Ocula, crashed the game. Yeah, I got a crash with the Ocula. Just, you know, trying to use the Ocula as normal. As one would normally attempt to use the Ocula, right? So at first it didn't even work. So, like, at first I put down the iPod, and I manually took these guys, dropped them into the iPod, and then stepped outside of my network, added a logistic request from outside my network of something that I knew existed on my actual network, right? Nothing happened. But I come back, and I take the Ocula out of the iPod, and I just place them in the world like normal robots, right? I just let them loose and fly, and they just fly back into the iPod. Then I go back out and I do that same request again, And they come out and they go and they fly and they actually find and pick up the item that I was requesting. It was a Mark II filters, stack of Mark II filters. They went off, they grabbed it, and they started coming back. But once they got to me, the game errored because of a nil value, like an on idle nil value. They didn't know what to do once they actually completed the delivery. So there's something about them being able to return to their original iPod that that errored out. Okay, I need to get a summary and a pin of this for Graphene so that I can actually grab and request all of these buildings in here. So molecular assemblers, we've actually just recently used those. And the gene labs I saw, I think. Actually, no, it wasn't. It wasn't gene labs. It was just the molecular assemblers, which are this tab. Anything else that needs fixing? Not really, not that I can tell. Yes, it's 5 graphene rolls for this particular build. Just 5. Let's see. GPUs. Not too often I use the GPUs, the gas processing units. Fluidized bed reactors. Which tab are those again? I always forget. There. That doohickey methanol reactor. I should have mixers stored. Rectisol, right. That's a new one. Mark II Rectisol, which... That's the one. I apparently don't have enough of the GPUs, probably because I, like, stopped requesting Circuit 2s on here. Yeah. Yeah, but it's not even a full red belt. I know. I know, it's not a full red belt. Let's see, what else? A compressor, a light oil refinery. I need a compressor to compress, obviously. Compressor, light oil refinery, ball mill. Where the hell? There you are. Pulp mill. More light oil refineries. More soil extractors. Gas refinery. That's a thing. Filters. Oh, hey, it's our good friend the filter again. Am I excited for pesticides? I don't even know what they're going to truly do. So it's hard for me to get excited about a thing that I don't really know what the effect is going to be. Like, sure, something that could improve the output of plants is my guess, but, like, do I really want to base that off of a guess? I don't know. Gas refinery. I have enough GPUs, I think. Yeah, I only needed 3 GPUs. Pretty sure that's fine. This is a lot of buildings. Oh, that microorganism. Delete that. Give me Mark IIs, please. Yes, Mark II microorganism mines, and this is going to directly consume this glass as well, which means that you are going to take productivity modules as well. So I need a stack of microorganism mines. If I can find the silly icon. There you are. Increases plants. Yeah. Alright. Sounds good. How am I doing with all of this stuff? You know, I have this summary here that I should have been looking at this whole time to tell me the full values of things. I should have all of that now. Right? Pretty sure. Oh, compost plants. Yeah. Do I have compost plants in here anymore? I don't think so. How kind that this is all now sorted for me. Gee, if only there was a sort button, because this isn't going to last forever. I could really use a sort button for the car, or make it auto sort at all times, like our actual inventory. That would be great. I would like that very much, to have actual sorting on these things. Yeah, I need to request the composts. Give me the compost plants, all of the compost plants. I need them. I need them. There should be extra soil extractors in here, are there not? Probably not. Have some more stuffs and things. In fact, take like more of the everything. Just, you know, more of the everything should be fine. I've got inventory space in this thing. We don't have to worry about not having any inventory space because it's all good. It's all in the vehicle. Of course, I do want to have stuff on me as well at all times. Once I get this delivery, I can determine where I'm going to build this. So, probably somewhere near crude oil, right? Like somewhere near a crude oil patch would be most ideal for this build. I'm potentially thinking right in here as an option to get this graphene going. There is this if I want to keep expanding out in this direction, although this is a really convenient place to get kimberlite processing going for diamonds. This is another option. I think I might actually come out here and build it here. The benefit of this being here is that it's actually right on this main line leading into the fuel stop as well, which is great. I think that this is going to be our graphene build. Right in here. Not as much rail is required to do that. Speaking of rail, let's grab more rail. Grab all of the rail. To stick in the car. May as well fill the car with a whole bunch of rail. I would like to fill the car with a whole bunch of beacons as well, because, you know, beacons are amazing. I like beacons. I love the bacon. Gotta love all the bacon. Bacon is tasty. I like bacon. Unfortunately, my bacon is all the way down here. Bacon production. Yeah, that's a few bacon. A few units of bacon. Yes, you can't bring me stuff. Because I'm full of bacon. I'm full of bacon. With its flimsy-ass set of antenna. I don't particularly enjoy the new beacon. If you couldn't tell, I think the antenna is just ugly on it. It's a flimsy ass thing that shouldn't be part of this. It doesn't belong. Does not belong. All right, let's get out of here and try not to destroy anything on the way. Now, I'm assuming that this thing goes so fast and can do so much damage that it will inherently destroy any train that it comes into contact with. I'm just going to assume, make that assumption that the Dingrido is going to actually be able to destroy trains. Maybe I don't have to worry about rocks either. Yeah, I don't think I have to worry about rocks anymore with this thing. 'Cause it just wins every battle. Most battles against the rocks. Yeah, it just eats through even the giant rocks. Just eats right through them. If it picks up enough speed, it just goes right through. Yeah, this will not end well for my trains. This is literally a tank. Like, I'm pretty sure that the Crawdad was a car in disguise. The Dingrido is a tank in disguise with its speed sped up drastically. So I'm thinking this thing is, in fact, because it's doing this rotation here is the tank. So the combination of the poor turning radius on this thing, and its acceleration and braking stuff, it does remind me of the tank controls. So yeah, it's a tank. It's just faster. A faster tank with a huge backpack storage space, huge amount of storage space. Worth it? Absolutely. Not even a question. It is absolutely worth it. Alright, I will ride this as I place my tracks. And I just have to, like, tap the button and it just doesn't slow down. It's still moving. I'm hands-free. I'm still moving until it comes into contact with something. See, hands-free, it's still going. It's still going. Oh god, this train station, though. Holy shit, this train station is just not going to be even remotely reasonable by any stretch of the imagination. It's going to be extreme. Just thinking about it, it's a lot of this has to go. Just by the way, a lot of these patches just need to cease existence. Cease your existence, please. I'm never going to tap them anyway, so they are not going to continue to exist anymore. Good old or eraser continued is helping out dramatically here. I really don't want to get rid of the phosphate, though. If it's in my way, it's in my way. Otherwise, I'll keep those, I guess. So, I did not actually bring any things with which to actually tap this oil, did I? Nope. Oops. I totally didn't actually bring the thing in which to tap the oil. Hmm. Well, first things first is the actual train station. Ooh, that's a good point. Above the tracks or below the tracks? Above the tracks goes over all this. What's a Dingrido? It is the next up. Yes, it is the next upgrade after the Crawdad. Say hello to the Dingrido. The majestic Dingrido. It is a tank that goes fast and destroys all of the things and has a huge backpack. It is a tank with 250 units of storage and goes super fast and slows down just as not quickly as it accelerates. This thing destroys everything. Yeah, it's a pet wolf. It's your pet spiked wolf. All right, I will build down on this train station. So yeah, I did the Dingrido today, which only required making calmodulin binding mutant peptides. So I have some of those now produced. Also making ocula, although currently they, of course, they are bugged, producing an error when I attempted to use them. Oops. So yeah, I have successfully crashed the game with the new mechanic. Huzzah! I constantly do that, by the way. Any new mechanic, if there's a way to break it, I will break it. Find a way for it to break. We did that several times with the caravans. Now it looks like I'm going to be doing that with the Ocula. It's like, oh, great, fantastic, yet another thing. And now I'm doing graphene because yeah, we have a to-do list. We have a few things on the to-do list, of which alien sample 3s are on the agenda, as well as circuit 3s. Before purple science, yes, I understand the inherent slight issues behind wanting to do circuit 3s before purple science, but it's actually required because you need circuit 3s for rocket control, for bleh, not rocket control units, for control units, whatever they're called. Bleh, control units. These things. Circuit 3s. They're required for purple science. Why that was changed to be that way, I have no idea, but it is that way now. And I've decided to do the graphene on its own separate factory rather than add yet another thing to my mall. Because the mall is getting a little bit out of hand. I don't know if you've noticed, but the mall is a little bit of a cluster. It's a little out of hand. And the idea of having this rail base is to not have production in the mall. Greetings from episode 100. Yes, Mr. Cellophone. Mr. Cellophone. That is the correct response to seeing the extent of the base as it currently exists. Whoa. Yeah, whoa. And that is the correct response to how the base has progressed at this point. We have just today upgraded the vehicle to the Dingrido from the Crawdad. I have no memory from episode 100. What day was that? That was like day stuff. Now the Crawdad still exists. I still have my Crawdad. My friendly neighborhood Crawdad. It's still here because it's actually maneuverable. I can maneuver with this thing. I can't do anything maneuverable with the Dingrido. Dingrido is the tank to the Crawdad car. So the Crawdad is the car, Dingrido is the tank. So Graphene is going to be used for Circuit 3s, and just so that we're all aware, I do absolutely want Circuit 3s to be on its own separate factory, as well as every other circuit on its own separate factory, as well as having science in its own set of separate factories. I want a lot of stuff that's currently happening in the mall to happen elsewhere, not in the mall. In fact, I want the entire concept of the mall to, at some point, exclusively be just the place that makes buildings. Like, that's what the mall should be. It's just the place with which you get your buildings. And not the place where I also build science and produce science. And not the place where I build the things that makes the science. And not the place that builds the circuits to make the buildings and the things to make the buildings. I want all of the things that make the buildings to be on their own separate factories. Because that is what you have them all for. And in doing so, it will put a lot less strain overall on the bot network, which is the primary reason why my UPS is as low as it is. The UPS is exclusively reduced by the existence and use of the logistics robots. The more logistic robots are active at any one time, the lower the UPS will be. I would have at least an extra 30 UPS if none of these Logibots were operating. So yeah, we are down at about 80 UPS right now from 120. And if I scroll out on the map is down at 47. The map is below 50 UPS just to be in existence on the map. This, of course, is the Graphene station. Love how I put a 1 at the end of that, as if I'm going to ever make another one. Graphene Depot 1. Again, as if I'm going to ever have an extra depot on this. I need 17 things to input here on this particular station. Let me get the fluids together on my list here. So there are going to be 2 input fluid station requirements. I actually think it's going to come in from this side. Let's be real. The solution there is that it's going to come in on that side. The fluids are going to be at the very tail end of the actual build here. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 solid inputs. Let's go down to my 445 zinc build. So what was this on the zinc build again? This was a grand total of 16 stations, including the 2 offloads, or the output stations, the supplies. Yeah, so 14 inputs. That was the previous biggest build for my 445 zinc that we just completed recently.